center aisle. We're going to put people there, and maybe more people there. But right there, they can see you, hear you, and you can see me as well. So, Ireland is the only country I know of whose national symbol is a musical instrument. I know, tell me there's another country. Stuart, everyone? Is there another country who has as its national symbol a musical instrument? What they might talk about. Sound like water.
Slow dancing, Jake.
Slow dancing. Calm. Oh. Is that
Angels' wings.
Angels' wings? Yes. Heart song. Lynn, when you play the harp, when you just play it, what do you do?
I try to play with my heart, depending on the situation. Distraught.
Are you?
Yes. It's very amazing to me, and that I can speak to somebody.
Without words.
I was asked to give a testimony one time, and I was very uncomfortable in that situation, and I said, I speak through my music.
Yeah.
I noticed for the first time that you really felt the heart and really against your heart. Yes.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
I noticed for the first time that when you play the Celtic harp, you lay it against your heart.
Ah,
It's on this shoulder. But
Yeah, but still, yeah.
it brings to mind something as we begin the day together. Notice things that you might not have noticed before. And I think a part of what we take spirituality has to do with seeing things we haven't seen before. We live in our heads most of the time, at least I do, and I don't think I'm alone in that. And I think I know things. I it's a wondrous thing for me. And so I just invite you today to be open to seeing what you haven't seen before, hearing what you haven't heard. Just be open. Thank you. We're going to introduce ourselves again, but this time in a different way. Why are you sitting?
Just to make sure that the sound worked.
Oh,
I just had something delegated to me.
all right. Just alone.
But never lonely.
All right, so here's how I would like you to introduce yourself. And you're, because we have new people this morning, haven't seen us today. Your name, where or what you call home. That word was already used this morning. And then I have a question for you. It's actually a two-part. You can choose A or B. Question. What do I see in the other that I absolutely adore? What do I see in the other that I absolutely adore? And I want you to be as specific as possible. You can name names. We're all friends. Now you can choose that question. What do I see in the other absolutely adore? Or, and this question. So this is getting into the fierceness of Celtic spirituality. Because it is fierce. Make no mistake about it. It was a warrior time. So, the question is this. What do I love so intensely, so fiercely? Fiercely enough to protect. What do I love so intensely, so fiercely enough to protect? Okay? You with me? I love questions. And these are the questions I'm working with now. So I'm offering them to you. All right. Tracy, you want to go first?
Tracy, my home is river. What I love in the other is the potential for connection. Potential for open door. And I love fiercely enough to protect these that open door.
And after each person speaks, be aware that these are more than words. Like Lynn plays the harp. This is medicine. Take it in. Breathe it in. You're okay.
My name is Rick. I live in Arlington. What I love in the other is when I can come beside and in this situation, or in this example, be a rhythm to someone's song or provide a rhythm to go to someone's melody or voice. And what I love in the other is when someone comes along who doesn't think they have a song, and their voice becomes loud or heard, or stronger, or more clear, or more soaring, or more moving. I'd like to protect the chance for all the people.
is Kathleen. I have to go to Colorado. I was here when I loved him. It's a multi-manifestation of, when you first asked the question about language, it's twofold. One is that my heart is so open and I just got it on my shoulder and powerful protect at all costs. And that I think I extend that to protecting the heart of others, both human beings and I'm Rhonda Thomas. Home. I live in an in-laws in my daughter's house, which gives me access primarily. My home, as much as Kathleen, is the church. I have this thing I sometimes do when I go to the church. I go, hi Dad, I'm home. What I'm protected. I'm protected with ferocity from my husband who's very alone. And what raised the Irish in me was when he would misinterpret why I was doing things. But I have no praise about other than those things. And it's
just in time. We're introducing ourselves in the most unusual way. Okay, so if you would please answer your name, where you're, what you call home, where you call home, and then one or both questions. First question. What do I see in the other that I absolutely adore? What do I see in the other that I absolutely or second question is, to do fierceness of our lives. What do I love so intensely, so fiercely enough to protect? Up to interpretation. Saved by the pastor. You're up, kid.
That's it. I'm Angela. I live in Macushla, Maryland, but home is anywhere near the ocean. It's my place. What do I adore in the other? I love Karen, I'm going to steal what you said, because creativity, thinking outside the box, with a hint of mischief and joy. What will I protect fiercely? It's funny you say that because I tell my children I love you fiercely. I've said that to them for years. And I have a strong sense of justice and protection of the vulnerable, those who have been hurt and thrown away by our world, those who've been told they're not enough, whatever it is. And I will protect that vulnerability fiercely, and hopefully call forth some fierceness in the others.
And just a parenthetic note, the heart of the pastor, Angela, becomes the heart of the community. Did you know that? That's how it works. Back to you. You good? All right, good to go.
So I'm David, or DJ. Home is Maryland. Specifically place. Always felt the entire state. So whether it's DC or Baltimore or out here in office. The thing that I most adore, and after asking a clarification question, I think it almost goes both ways for me, is what I sense as the presence of God and how it manifests itself. What I mean by that is I'm extremely moved to the point of tears to see someone just open themselves up to my God being open. And at the same time, to see God being present with that person. It's kind of a two-way street of God being present to another and the other being present to God. And seeing the door open and that light shine. It's just I'm trying to think of the right way to phrase the final question. The words that come to mind are our ability to open that door and express it, whether it be for us as the Episcopal Church, or whether that be for another denomination in the way they do it, or whether that be for you personally in the way you experience God. I get fired up when I see that compromise. To throw out an example, our diocese experienced quite a trauma back in December with one of our bishops being involved in a very, very situation that involved a car accident. Someone passed away, and I found myself jumping the border between both sides of the argument because it hurt me at one point to see, yes, this person's done wrong, and then you can have, when it infringed on, she had no right to even call herself a person of God. Then I got angry and hurt that. And wanted to shout back, and, God gives you the same freedom as the church gives you, the impressiveness to not be able to express your relationship with the greater is something that really fires me up, and I want to protect that freedom, to express that however you feel.
Thank you. So just to note again, certain words that we use, fire is one. We're going to work with fire.
ways that it's sometimes puts us at weakness, but allows us to connect with each other in a broad circle, no matter what we look like on the outside. And what I would defend aside from my son. He's trying to express that. Even though it's, for most of us, wrong, it's broken. To express that broken that factors.
I can think of a seminary or two where teaching would be helpful. Okay, thank you.
I'm Stuart. I live in Myers, so home for me is really, besides the family, is outside. Anytime I'm out in the trees, or under the stars, and especially when I have the opportunity to share that family conversation is for me true. Finding's easy. I just keep trying to get something besides my family, but nothing else seems to develop. And then what I adore in the other is the willingness to love and forgive in spite of their own flaws.
Does everyone have a chance to speak?
Except you.
Of the others, thank you for your sharing. My name is Macushla, or Stefan. Macushla is a given name in Irish, means my pulse, my heartbeat. For me, and this is strange. It's going to sound strange. It sounds strange to me just to think of it. But I'm working with this question, so bear with me in the strangeness. Home for me is nowhere. This is something I'm coming to. Is nowhere. I feel at home right here. I'm on the road a lot these days. No particular where. It sounds terrible. But that's my reality right now. It's I'm not excessively attached to any one place. Home for me most meaningfully is in the midst of a song. That's home. I could die. If I died today in the midst of a song, just cut me away, I'm happy. It's good.
You need to finish the song.
Yeah, right.
I know I was going to say. Finish it.
What do I see in the other that I absolutely adore? I saw it last night. When I looked over here and I saw little Liana, is that her name? Leah, what did you say her name? Liliana, something like that. Just delightful little cherub sitting there, big eyes, listening to a story about the fox woman, you know. And she was so in it, you know. And I absolutely loved and adored that in that little other. And guess what I would fiercely protect? That same quality. We're going to get in trouble today a little bit. And I've already cleared it with Angela. It's okay. What's going on over there?
Get the choir better.
It's good trouble. It's good trouble, but we're going to go because I've been so moved by with you folk that it's just inspiring me to go to a place where I ordinarily wouldn't go with a congregation. And even these characters up here haven't seen you go there yet, so anyways, be surprised. Get nervous, guys. Get nervous.
I'm getting excited.
Yeah.
Not nervous, I'm-
So thank you already for what you've given me to inspire me. By the way, Rick, did you bring these? You did, did you? Did not. I heard cymbals last night. I'm serious.
So,
Now, before the music even started, I heard cymbals being played.
there was a triangle.
Wasn't a triangle.
That's
No,
not a
no,
symbol.
no, no,
He
no.
knows the difference between a symbol.
This is a symbol.
And I have a tambourine.
No, it wasn't there. Now, the funny thing is this. Here's the backstory. Okay? Backstory. Rick and I have worked together for years, and we have this kind of tug and pull relationship. He says yes, I say no. He says yes, I say no. And particularly around symbols. When we did our gigs at the National Cathedral in Washington, D.C., right, Rick is sitting next to me, and the drum, the throne, they call it, right? And I'm at the keyboard, right? And he's crashing that cymbal right next to my left ear. You know, so I'm going, stop that, you know, stop it. And of course he's crashing more. And last night, I heard cymbals. Now, I know this is an unusual place, and I was teasing Angela with this. I didn't see anything last night. I didn't see any spirits. I didn't see anything like challenging them. Show up. You know? Wow. The ear is the most sensitive. I don't do well visual, but the ear is. And the tug and pull of our relationship has to do with symbols, especially symbols. And I swear to God, I heard symbols before the music even started.
I wasn't even willing to. I wasn't thinking about it.
Yeah.
I
In
forgot this.
fact, you got upset that you forgot your hi-hat.
But I
Before you
did say
that.
this. I said, Tracy, I forgot my hi-hat.
And I went, darn.
Yeah.
Then they showed up.
It's that kind of thing.
I have angels that watch over me and sometimes play the things that I forget for myself.
So I'm just happy that I'm hearing things that are unheard. So it's good to be here. Could you stand up, please? Or rise. And find a partner. Find a partner. Find a partner. And does this microphone work now?
Yes. It's up.
Good. I need to use it anyway, but I need your attention. So here's the deal. I'm trying to explain this carefully. What we're about to do is just a little warm-up exercise. One, I want to be very sensitive to people for whom touch is an issue. And that's okay. Yeah. So here's what I'm going to ask you to do. Tracy, and face that bad man. May I place my hands on your shoulders? And I'm going to ask you to do this. Now, for those for whom touch is not a good thing, that person may say no, and that's okay. And then you can just stand behind that person and offer prayer, intention, whatever you wish. Okay? But for those for whom it is okay, then would you please begin that now? Just ask the question. And let your be a guide to the person who is touching you. Be a guide. So here's what I'm going to suggest. Begin with a gentle shoulder massage. Gentle shoulder massage. This is very good. There's a passage that says, checking in this window. And Jesus laid his hand on them and gave them a gentle shoulder massage.
It's power of the translator.
It's an agreed thing. But I love the passage where it says he laid his hands on them, children, and blessed them. This to me is blessing. Be blessed. Yeah. Everybody has somebody fiercely protecting somebody else. Is that okay? Is that okay?
That's all I'm saying.
Does that feel good?
Yes.
Are you breathing?
No.
Breathe! Yeah, seriously. For some reason we stop our breath. For lots of reasons. So just be aware of the breath. And breathe. Now I know some of the spirits in this church tap you or touch you, but do they ever gently shoulder massage you?
No.
See, now that's a request. You hear that?
That's it.
Okay.
Put it out.
Put it out.
Right my arm. That is close to that.
There you go.
Were you being impressed?
that mean?
He wasn't the third one. We have witnesses.
Pretty good impression.
All right, next, listen closely. I want you to become a fast cat and scratch your back very fast, upper back to the right, lower back, and hurry into lap. Get some favorite. And breathe. Breathe the new air. Good. I love the cast actions. And next, but not least, listen closely. I'd like you to do gentle but rapid chopping, and when you get to the middle of the back, feel free, those of you who are receiving, to make sound like this. So, all right, lovely. Now, reciprocate. Reciprocate. Begin with the gentle shoulder massage. And Joe, is this not how you begin every mass?
It is.
First time we do it, it's an innovation. The second time we do it, it's tradition. The third time we do it, the Catholics copy us. That's what my deacon used to say.
Gentle shoulder massage. Be blessed. 20 minutes, more or less. I was blessed and could bless. That's WBS. He was sitting in a coffee shop. And he was just noticing the world. 20 minutes, he said, more or less. I was blessed and could bless. Well, I hear no sound. One of the things we check on the door on our way to most churches is our voice. We really do. We check it. Along with our emotions, we check it. It's like we have a little code detector for emotions and voice. top of your navel. We'll put some space between you. So you can stretch out like this. And just breathe. Francis is ceasing. He stand on top of the hill, his arms out like this, and ask the question. Oh God, who are you, really? And who am I? And he asked that question his entire life. Why? Because he didn't know. He didn't know. And lower your arms slowly. And follow me in little Sanskrit vocalese. You ready for this? Okay. Very simple. And my feet apart for a moment. And when we begin, I'm going to bring them together. Okay. So you might want to get where you can see me. I'm going to do some gestures. Just be sure you can see me. And we're going to do sound and gesture together. The body and the sound. Ready? Deep breath.
What mischief maker around here?
I wonder, would you care to say something about this, please?
Franciscan symbol, a window through which we see the divine. This is called, he calls this the Celtic Trinity, and it is a different rendition of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. We always tend to speak of God in masculine, but in Celtic tradition, there is masculine and feminine. And so the Trinity is represented by three women. On the left, the mother, the daughter, the spirit. The mother is Native American. The daughter, African, giving birth to the world, whole world here. And the spirit is Latina, so representing people from all over the world. The raven is a symbol of death. The snake that is swallowing its own tail, creating the circle of life unending. And so we have a very different representation of the Trinitarian divine. And I thought, when I looked up last night, just before walking out of here, I said, no, that needs to come upstairs. It just needed to come upstairs.
And did you make this yourself?
No, this was written by Robert Lentz. He is a modern iconographer. He is a Franciscan. And he makes a lot of very unusual icons. I have an icon of Julian of Norwich in my office that he wrote. He's done modern saints and people that we might. He actually wrote an icon of Albert Einstein, one of Harvey Milk. He takes modern people who seem to have connected with the divine and has created icons.
So you create icons.
I do write icons.
Okay. And
I am a neophyte and always a learner.
right. But can you push the neophyte to create some outrageously controversial icons?
That could happen.
Thank you.
And nothing is ever off limits when it comes to God. I've learned never to say, no, sorry God, that, no. I tried that over 26 years and look where it got me.
The use of the verb that you used was very specific. You write icons rather than I would have thought somebody painted it.
Painted,
Yeah.
so they can be used interchangeably. But traditionally, icons are written to be read. Every color has a symbol. Every layer has a symbol. And as you create them, and as I'm learning, you begin with the dark shades and you work towards the light. It's very opposite of what you learn in classic art. You start towards light, so logically, and it also starts from the background and moves towards you as you create. So you write them to be read, and they were read in pre-literate cultures, and everything has meaning in each. Thank you.
Okay. Do you have this in the book? I can see it underneath the white.
Yes.
Yeah. Can you turn these to page 16? Page 16. This, by the way, is a songs of peace book that music which I wrote when I was working in a lovely place called Christ House in Adamsburg in Washington, D.C., where we would sing new songs every week, and it was my job to write a new song every week. Sometimes I actually succeeded. But this little song here, do you see the chorus written above the words? Is that comfortable for you? In that key?
Everything except E flat.
Okay, just drop out of the beat.
Just don't be too sharp.
So the words to this song are these. In the light of the morning. In the light of the morning. And I really want to emphasize today the beauty of words. It's very Irish. Just enjoy the sound, not only the meaning, but the sound of words. In the light of the morning, the love of God fills our hearts. In the light of the morning, the love of God fills our hearts. And we sing for joy.
And we shall sing for joy.
Right, that's it. DJ, do you have one of these? You will when the day's over. But right now, let's learn this by ear. Okay? I'll play through ones with Lynn and then join the singing myself and we'll all remember. Listen. I'm going to ask. Stuart, would you join DJ at that side of the room for just a moment? We're going to create a lend section.
Yeah.
It's time to ask for the roses here, you know? So here's how we do it. We sing it through once together, and then women lead, and men will follow. So women will sing it with the men. First time through, I heard that. And at a certain point, ladies, when you sing this part, I will just sing. As soon as you do that, we men are going to start it from the beginning, the second time. So first time through unison, second time through women lead, men follow.
Should I go on that side?
That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
I would like to.
Yes, I can see that.
I love you all. I can see.
All right, here we go. So if you get us standing, we can sing the red one this time. What are the words again? In the light of the morning, the love of God fills our hearts, and we shall sing for joy. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and 1. In the light of the morning, the love of God fills our hearts. In the light of the morning, the love of God fills our hearts, and we shall sing for joy. And we shall sing for joy. And we shall sing for So trying to stop the training this time. Isn't it lovely, you know, when in a choir situation or congregation, and this microphone is a little too loud now. Thank you, David. Just give a little feedback. Isn't it sweet when a congregation sing in a round? Isn't it fun? You know. And for a congregation, not just a choir, can sing in harmony. And we'll do a little bit of that today as well. Have a seat. Well done. Thank you. And we're going to do another song from this little book here. And it's an invocation to the Holy Spirit. So it is page 14. Page 14. Part of the Celtic tradition is you learn by ear. It doesn't go over well I was trained at New England Conservatory of Music, where most of the music that I made was printed. Where's the music? Oh, it's here. The Celtic tradition is slightly different. It's here. It's not to say that, you know, when you play Beethoven and so on, the music is here. It is. But oftentimes it remains on the page. And it needs to be in here so that it can come out there. And Beethoven. So we're going to sing this little invocation, a calling to the Holy Spirit. And now I'm going to give A minor and F major, little bit of a song. So we'll do this. I'll sing it through once and then join me in singing. And we'll just take a moment to be in silence after we sing this little song as we begin our time together. I'll play it through once and then join me in singing. The words are these: Holy Spirit, come to my aid. Holy Spirit, come to my aid. Come to our aid. Come to our aid. Come to our aid. Come to our aid. Outside of the do you remember the story from last night? The boxwoman? Okay. And I see somebody left a watch up here, it looks like Rick's watch. It says 10:30, is that the right time?
I don't know if you cut my watch.
That's when I set that. So we're going to go to 12 noon, but before we do, will you take a bathroom break? Why don't you take 10 minutes? No more, 10 minutes. Thank you. 10 minute bathroom break. Off we go, thank you. 10 minutes.
My cowbell was in a box that is no longer my box. And I didn't know, and I actually had a go-go bell. So my regular cowbell and a go-go cowbell, two of like they're both, and I just thought like go-go cowbell, and I realized there was this box that's no longer my box. That's the Coke Cabana. Very nice.
So there's no class they can tune the key I'll just leave those one minute. Someday.
You're on top of it. We're Yes.
still Eleanor Plum.
Oh, still, okay.
Yeah, I like that song so much, I said it in different ways, different places, for people to sing different, so
Where's the other one?
that's page 6. It's about the Lament song as well.
Yeah, I didn't tell you this again. I did mention the choir that they had done in the Major Gospel tune before. I was so overjoyed when I found that. Because I remember the tune from my great grandmother. I can't tell you if it was the all-worded version or whatever, but that tune sticks in my head from long ago. And I can't place where other than my great grandmother's house. She was very, very Irish. Right down to the Guinness or James and everything to bed. She lived to 101. Actually, 2 weeks shy of 101. The priest got up and said, "We have to give her 2 weeks." After the funeral, I said to the priest, "Now, she had a Jameson, coffee, or a Guinness every night before bed. Does that mean that I could do the same and live to be 101?
You're asking the doctor or the priest?
Oh, definitely.
Was it an Irish priest?
He was not actually. He was just he had grown up with some members of our family, so he gave me a look and I know the look well.
Yeah. Is it from off right now?
And it is. But now you can.
But now it's on.
It's
And yes, okay. You're going to angle that just a little bit so I can hear you better. Yeah, that's great. And then super still hearing. Gorgeous. And that's pretty much the way it was when I said that in Ireland with a little choir and blend a lot. It's going on YouTube and listening or watching it at some point. There was a little girl who said, when she heard it for the first time, he sang these words. And I asked the choir the question, should I change it a little bit? Because the melody, as you know, goes like this. And then drops down. And it's a little awkward for some people to sing that low G. So I asked the choir, should I change that melody? So the choir can sing more easily. And this little girl, all 10 years of age, stood on the feet and said, no, that's the tune. That's the way it goes. So that's it. send it to the Parks and Rec.
Something that you're supposed to be writing. I'm here to tell you, you're supposed to do it. That was the outspoken there.
Have we returned from the wild?
It's impressive.
You're talking about the I Rise today? No, it's not. It's been written out by a church in Colorado. So if you want it, let me know and I'll have some.
I love your
Yes. I know, but they have taken it apart in this particular church called Life of Christ Church in Colorado. And there's some computer folks here, our directors. And okay. Who is this? Right. Is there really a cowbell? Is there really a cowbell?
If you play it with the right balance, you may have, there's tones that. That's one tone.
You know, and I just tweaked it a little bit and turned it into a song, Call and Response. And the words are these: come take my hand and walk with me. You say that? Come take my hand. met Ruby, the coach. If you haven't, make the introduction. There's a lovely book called Love Poems from God. 12 Sacred Voices from East and West. Edited by Daniel Linsky. Gorgeous book. And Ruby is included in it. But I want to tell you, before Ruby appears in the book, there's a lady that makes an appearance. And she has a name. Her name is Rabia. R-A-B-I-A. Rabia. Rabia has a poem in this book I want to share with you because it has everything to do with what we're doing today. The power of music, the power of voice, the power of poetry to heal. So, here comes Rabia, who lived about 400 years. She lived around 800. About 400 years before Rumi. She lived in a place called Basra.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. She's coming to light with this. Basra of Iraq. And she was sold into slavery as a young girl. And for many years, she was forced to work as a slave and prostitute. And then she gained her freedom. And she wrote poetry. So here's one of her poems. It's called It Acts Like Love. It acts like love, music. Reaches toward the face. Touches it. Tries to remind us of the divine promise that all will be well. It acts like love, music. Reaches toward the face. Touches it. Tries to remind us of the divine promise that all will be well. It acts like love, music. Says to the feet, feet, you do not have to be so heavy. My body is covered in wounds, wounds that this world made. Yet I still long to kiss him. Even when God says, and also kiss the hand that caused each scar. When we do, you'll find him. And the conclusion of the poem is this. It does that, music. Helps us to forgive. In Rabia, Basra, so, do you remember the story of the foxman? Let's remember it briefly. How does it begin? Once upon a time, there was a hunter, and he would go out on the very front in circles, and every night he'd come back to his camp. But what happened one time? Smoke was coming to his chimney. And so he approached the house with cautiously, opened the door, opened the door, what did he see? Fire, minute, right, hot meal on the tabletop. He went to bed that night, full belly, warm and fuzzy. Day 2, what happened? Out on the great hunt, the circle comes back at night, and what does he see? Smoke from the chimney. He approaches cautiously, opens the door, looks inside, and sees once again
Fire.
fire. Right. And food. Interesting, isn't it? What would we do if we just focused on fire and food in our Christian community? I like that. Do you have a heart in your new restaurant? No! But it's going to be a warm place, I know that. So day 2, he comes home, he sees the same thing, he does the same thing. What happens day 3? Out of the very home. No, not this time. He hides in the bushes, determined to see who his uninvited guest is. And what does he see? A red fox, trotting out of the woods, onto the porch, opening the door. Inside the fox comes. He is God smart. He walks inside, and now what does he see? First, what does he see? Right. First he sees her covering. The fox covering, hanging at the bed by the door. And then he sees the woman stirring the fire, which is what women can do. And stirring the fire, getting it going. And they pretend not to notice each other. There's a kind of awkwardness there. And then she speaks, and what does she say? Kind of. Yes, she says, I have come to be the woman in your life. I have come to be the woman in your life. Good line. Yeah. And he accepts it. And all is well. Yeah? But not. For time passes, and the smell of the fox becomes an annoyance to man. Isn't it? Isn't it, lady? And eventually, in the summertime, when it gets really hot, the man can take it no more. And he pounds his fists on the tabletop that she lovingly prepared food for him, and says, I can take it no more. And she quietly stands up, takes her fox coat off the bed. Outside she goes, drapes it over her shoulders, and trots off as a fox comes in, leaving the room. End of story. So I want you to hold on to that little story throughout the day. You slept on it last night, those of you who were here. And I want to compare it to another story. But before we do that, I need to tell you a little story. Another little story. It has to do with desire. You ready? This is the second story. This is called the story of the Celtic, the seal woman. You know the story? Once upon a time, there was a fisherman who was out collecting shells in the sand one day when the tide had gone way out, so far out that you could see a little island and walk to it on the sand. You know what I mean? And that he did with his bags. And he's collecting shellfish and razorfish and all kinds of lovely edibles. And he gets to the island and he fills his bag with treasures in the sand. He gets tired. He lies down and takes a nap. Here we see. What happens? The tide comes back. Now he's trapped on the island. Day becomes night. The moon is bright. And then it happens. The thunderous sound, the sound of seals coming from the sea, flipping and flopping onto the shore. And he is enchanted to see underneath the full moon this herd of seals. But then the magic begins. For as each seal descends onto the shore, each one sheds his or her seal coat and becomes human. Each one, a man, a woman, man, shedding the coat. They knew about evolution way back. This is an ancient story. It's called the story, the great story of the North Atlantic. And you see it in many cultures. The Irish like to claim as their own. Back to the story. All night long, the seals, now human, were together. And this is the bit I want you to remember. They were together in the wonder, the splendor, and the joy of each other's company. Together, these humans, in the wonder, the splendor, and the joy of each other's company. Sometimes I think we need to put that on outside of church, on the post, so people see it as they walk in. What's going on there? It's the wonder, it's the splendor, it's the joy of each other's company. And yes, it's messy, but it is the wonder and the joy and the splendor of each other's company. If that ain't happening, walk out. Like some of my friends in New England did in the Catholic Church did. And Mass, they walked out. So it's not happening. We need it. It's not happening. We're going to go elsewhere. Back to the story. In the morning, one by one, these humans walked down to the sea and over their shoulders with the seal coat this time. I love these stories. The transformation. Ox, woman, seal, human. Over their shoulders with the seal coat and became a seal again, swam into the ocean, disappeared, all except for one. There was always one, right? Always one. She, a woman, with long black hair, lay on a rock, asleep. And so the fisherman, without thinking, ran over to where she was and snatched her seal coat and began to walk away. She woke up and instinctively began to follow him. She went back to his house, where she became the woman in his life. Years passed. They had children. Every once in a while, she would walk down to the sea, and she would gaze out over its vast expanse. With an ache and a longing in her heart she knew not what, for she had no conscious memory of her life in the sea. No recollection, just an ache. And then she would go back and do the things that needed to be done. One day, she was doing one of those things, making bread. And it happened that a single drop of seal oil fell from the, what kind of roof were it in? Thatched roof. Single drop fell onto the tabletop. For that is where the husband hid the seal coat many years ago. And all this time, that single drop had been waiting to fall on the tabletop. And it did. And she saw it. And she touched it. And she brought it up to her nose and smelled it, and it smelled good. And she brought it to her tongue and tasted it, and it tasted so good. And she knew. Her whole being flooded with memory of a life that was hers. And she knew what she must do. So she went up into the roof, retrieved her seal coat, came down, said goodbye to the house. Husband and children were waiting, and walked slowly down to the sea. Over her shoulders, the seal coat went. She became the seal one more time, and into the water she dove to find the seal fan. The story doesn't end there. The story ends this way. When the fishermen came home that night with the children, they saw that she was gone. They knew she was gone, and they were brokenhearted. But the story ends this way. On those nights, when the moon is especially full, the husband would come home, and this is what he would find. He would find the children tucked in bed, just the way she was tucked in bed. And their hair would be combed just the way she would comb her hair. great, and we all have
So
different opinions.
has to test that balance.
So before we break for lunch, I want to ask you a few questions. Are you ready? We have two stories. Fox woman and the seal woman. So I want to begin with just a general question for you. In your words. Let's look at the fox woman for a moment. That story. Just hold it in your mind. And the question is this. Would you write down? At the fourth and Norway, so regarding the story of the fox woman, oh come on now,
That's narcissism for you.
seriously?
That's a performer.
All right. So regarding the story of the fox woman, what does this story raise in you? What does the story say to you? First question. What does this story, even that, what does the story do in you? Because the purpose of stories is not to tell, not to listen. That's not really the purpose of stories. That's the tool. But the purpose of stories is to allow the story to work its magic in you. And that, my friends, is very important. The stories has a job. It's a passion. The story is alive. And when it's in you, it works its magic. What does this story do in you? Now the same question, of course, when you ask about the sealing magic. So let's take care of that right away. What does that story do in you? And I'm looking for spontaneous responses, not thoughtful responses, but immediate, like breath taken away responses, or just feelings or sensations. I remember once I was in a conference in Dublin at Trinity College, and there were several men that were speaking, and a woman spoke at the end. It was a panel, 3 men, 1. And the men were, they were doing a fine job, but it didn't grab us in the audience. And then a woman spoke, and this is what she said. She started off by saying this: with all due respect to my colleagues, who are all men in the room, she said, my body feels nauseous. I don't think that has ever been uttered in the halls of Trinity College. And then she began to say what the body was saying to her. I'm just beginning to see this thing. What does my body say in response to the story? What sensations do I have? That's the question. So more specifically now, that's like a George Gershwin harmony. I feel like American American in Paris with Gene Kelly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're trying to get them to voice the ones in concert with our working, but we haven't been able to get CSS.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, so back to the story. Why does the hunter live alone? Remember the story? The hunter lives alone in the woods, in the north. Why does he live alone? No right answer here, folks. Why does the woman approach him to begin with? Why does the fox come out of the woods? There's the question. Why does the fox come out of the woods? We're moving beyond rational mind now. And finally, why is he not able? Why is he not able? That's an Irish way of saying it, by the way. Another way to say it would be, what's wrong with this guy? You know, why can't he accept the gift that's given him? The Irish would say, he's not able for it. Make sense? And then finally, the question in her, perhaps, could be this. What happens in her as she leaves? What happens in her as she takes her and walks out the door? Becomes a fox. For she says nothing, does she, in the story? There's no clue that she's calm, she's quiet, takes the fox out, and out she goes. But we know something goes on inside of the woman. Of course. So that's the question. What's happening inside? Okay. Do you think of that repeated? Okay, so those are the questions regarding the fox woman story. Now let's go to the seal woman story. And we're focusing on feminine here for purpose. If we had more time today, we would also focus on masculine. It's sorely lacking in so many churches, so many men. But we don't have time today. It's urgent. The seal woman. What is the life? What is the life that longs to live in me? What is the life that longs to live in me? Remember, she would go out and gaze at the vast expanse with that ache in her heart, but she knew not why. She had no conscious memory. She could not articulate it in seminar on 7 steps to success. Right? She just felt this. She knew it was there. What is the life that longs to live in me? And then, to be a little playful and poetic, remember that drop of seal oil? It was waiting to drop, wasn't it? It was just waiting for the right moment to drop on that tabletop, and she would notice it and would lead her into a deeper life. So the question is, that drop of seal oil, what memory, what feeling, what experience calls me now to a deeper way? What memory, what sensation, what feeling, what experience, desire, you name the words, that single drop of seal oil. I saw it this morning at the breakfast table with you, Alan. And you were talking, your whole face lit up about your calling. That single drop of seal oil. It's wrong. R.S. Thomas called the right field. R.S. Thomas was a grouchy old Welsh priest poet who, you know, Tom the Tree Tracer, right? and the poem is called The Bright Field. See if I can remember it. I have seen the sun break through. I have seen the sun break through for a while to illuminate a small field. I have seen the sun break through for a while to illuminate a small field and gone my way and forgotten it. There's the Welsh. And gone my way and forgotten it. But that was the field, that was the pearl of great price. The one field that had treasure in it. I realize now that life is not hurrying on to the receding future, nor hankering after an imagined past. It is the turning aside, like Moses, to the miracle of the lit bush. It is the turning aside, like Moses, to the miracle of the lit bush, to a brightness that seemed as transitory as your youth once. But is the eternity that awaits you. That single drop of sealed light, that single field, that small sun shaft that illuminates. And we go our way. But sometimes we need to do it. Okay, so those are some questions regarding those two stories. This afternoon we'll work in small groups, and you'll have opportunity if you wish to share a little bit about your responses, or questions, or whatever you wish to respond to. Can I leave you a time check again? Am I losing track?
11:16.
Oh, good. We got lots of time. Sounds so good. All right, then. Then in that light, I would like to share a song and a story in that order. And this one I will probably be wrong in part. But another time, we can bow in. Here. The song comes from India, and I want to I was in India in 2010 and became Old Age member of Shantivan, Forest of Peace, ashram, which means it's made very popular in its day. It's now on decline, some would say, but it has this lovely comparison of blending Christian Benedictine spirituality and the native culture, and it's gorgeous. And it's in the south, and there's a chance to go there and visit Shantivan, Forest of Peace. While I was there, we would go to the morning prayer time at 5 a.m. every morning, and we would walk along the path in darkness with a little flashlight looking for snakes, because that's what I was doing. And, I have a snake phobia, and I claim it. And then we would arrive at the church or the temple, anytime we come to meeting, and we would sit in darkness at 5 a.m. and begin to chant. I can't tell you how good it is. Maybe Anjali was saying last night about her experience in the monastery when the monks began to chant. Yeah. It's that kind of thing. And so, one of the things that is very clear in India, in spirituality that has risen from the people there, is that there is such a thing as the divine feminine. And the divine feminine is power. And playful, but power. So I want to share with you a song in Sanskrit that honors both Jesus' tradition and the tradition of India and blends them dangerously. Can you remember? So here are the words. Om. Om. Right. Really enjoy that. Enjoy the resonance of the sound in the body. Nama. Nama. Allow the jaw to drop. Ah. Nama. Right. I think it was inquired. Was it inquired the other night when I commented on your 30%? Is that right, Em? Yeah. The more you opened up, the more resonant the voice became. This is good. Ishaya. 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 What we're saying is, Om, the untranslatable word. Nama Ishaya. I bow before you, Jesus. Ishaya. Jesus. Nama, bowing. I bow. Very often in church sessions around the country, you'll hear people say, Nama Shivaya. Nama Shivaya. It's a Shiva, the God. But now, we're a Christian church. And can we not translate? Can we not blend? So we say, Om Namah Ishaya. Om Namah Ishaya. I bow before you, Jesus. And now we bring in the feminine. Look out, guys. Raise your drums. Shanti Shakti Namaha. Shanti Shakti Namaha. What we're saying is, Shanti, of course, is peace. Shakti. What's your understanding of Shakti? Power. And it's feminine power. And she happens to be a goddess. And don't be afraid of her. She loves us. In other words, all these 1,000 names for God, 1,000 names for God, different dimensions, different faces of the divine. That's what it is. So we're going to sing Shanti Shakti Namaha. Shanti Shakti Namaha. And we bow before the divine feminine. Okay, here we go. Ishaya. a little bit of what we call kirtan. Kirtan, where you enter the song and it takes time. That's hard to fit in liturgy, needless to say. Which is why some places are creating alternative liturgies or experimenting with time within the liturgy, however you do it. So, what we did in Colorado was to create Celtic kirtan, which is a blend of the Indian style and bits of Irish language, bits of spirit, what we could call Celtic spirit. And we just had a blast. We just listened. So I want to conclude this morning with a story. We have time. Okay, this is the kicker. This is the story that gets me in trouble. You ready? Is this something I said? I know.
I should make sure you're fat.
Okay.
We'll be watching downstairs. We'll keep an eye on it.
Okay, please. All right, good. Now that she's gone. This little story I consider to be one of the most important stories in the entire New Testament, the Gospels. The Gospel. The Gospel. And I want you to relate this story to everything that we have done so far today. Isn't that what it's about? Okay? Making connections. So good to make connections. And so dangerous. And it gets you kicked out of the country clubs. Yes, again. So here it goes. Your Bible handy? You point to heaven. Where you point to heaven?
Probably there's a box. It's gonna get small. There's a great big Bible in that box.
Yeah, but that's all.
On the lectern to your right. It's not a trick.
That makes sense. That Bible off there. You know, he's got it. Yeah. Let's read that one.
It's on the blue one.
Thank you. Pass it out. No, just, I would like to read the gospel. And you're there again. And we need a man to read this to. Would you, one of you two young, would you think? Okay. All right. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, don't try this at home. Okay. Could you turn to Matthew 15? I believe it's verse 21 or 31. I can't remember which. It's the story of the wild woman and Jesus. Matthew 15. I believe it's 31. Somebody verify that. Yeah, likely she's called the King of. Is it find it?
Yeah.
Good.
15,
21. Thank you. So chapter 15, verse 21 and following. and I'd like you to read it first part if you would, and then David if you would, and in between maybe just a minute of silence. So we'll do the Lectio Divina this time. And I'd like you to start in that verse and read through to the point Jesus is tuckered out and exhausted and sits down on the mountain after meeting his mother. I know. We're in. I can't remember.
Okay, just, goes to the mountainside and sat down.
Yeah, she waited a while. So, if you start, please, and this is the gospel of the Lord.
Leaving that place, Jesus withdrew to the region of Tyre and Sidon. A Canaanite woman from that vicinity came to him, crying out, "Lord, Son of David, have mercy on me. My daughter is suffering terribly from demon possession." Jesus did not answer a word, so his disciples came to him and urged him, "Send her away, she keeps crying out after us." He answered, "I was sent only to the lost sheep of Israel." The woman came and knelt before him. "Lord, help me," she said. He replied, "It is not right to take the children's bread and toss it to their dogs." "Yes, Lord," she said, "but even the dogs eat the crumbs that fall from their master's table." And Jesus answered, "Woman, you have great faith. Your request is granted." And her daughter was healed from that very hour. Jesus left there and went along the Sea of Galilee. Then he went up on a mountainside and sat down.
So let's take a moment of silence just to breathe that story again. Take it. Share with us the same story. Please.
Leaving that place, Jesus withdrew to the region of Tyre and Sidon. A Canaanite woman from that vicinity came to him, crying out, "Lord, Son of David, have mercy on me. My daughter is suffering terribly from demon possession." Jesus did not answer a word, so his disciples came to him and urged him, "Send her away. She keeps crying out after us." He answered, "I was sent only to the lost sheep of Israel." The woman came and knelt before him. "Lord, help me," she said. He replied, "It is not right to take the children's bread and toss it to their dogs." "Yes, Lord," she said, "but even the dogs eat the crumbs that fall from their master's table." Then Jesus answered, "Woman, you have great faith. Your request is granted." And her daughter was healed from that very hour. Jesus left there and went along the Sea of Galilee. Then he went up on a mountainside and sat down.
Thank you. Okay, so that's our story. Prior to that, we had a story about a seal woman and a fox woman. Now we have the wild woman. I call her the wild woman. I'd like us to, from a Celtic point of view, imagine this story. From an Irish point of view, I would like us to remember this story with our imagination and our emotion. How does this story begin? We're going to remember it together. Once upon a time, what was it begin? Jesus was traveling. In Ireland, they got travelers. Okay? He was traveling. He was on the road. They used to call him teachers. Jesus is on the road with who? Right, the boys in the band. Right, apparently. which is what kind of place? It's kind of outside the bounds of kosherness. It's foreign. Yeah, it's not the sacred site of the Jews. Okay. These are the others. What do you love so much in the others? Absolutely adore. These are the others. Okay. These are not welcome in the Jewish circle. Say again? The marginalized. Thank you, Dave. Okay, so here comes a marginalized person at Jesus. And does she send him a memo, a polite message?
She cries out.
She unleashes her voice on him. Does she? She does. She does. She flies at him like a banshee. Later, she comes out of nowhere, this brown woman, and flies at this young rabbi. And why? She's fiercely protecting the thing that she loves. Isn't that fun to make connection? She comes at him, and what does she say?
Lord, Son of David, have mercy on me.
Have mercy on me, she said, right? How often do we sing those words in the liturgy, or say those words? This is where it comes from. It's the lepers that cried out to Jesus, have mercy on me. It's the outsider that flew at Jesus and said, mercy. It wasn't a polite prayer. So, Jesus says, of course I'll have mercy on you. I'm Jesus. That's what I do. Right? No.
Even Matthew didn't let him say it.
Even Matthew didn't say that. What does he say, Mission?
I came for the children.
Wait a minute, you're getting ahead of the story.
It is not right.
No, you're getting ahead of the story. Don't rush the process.
Nothing.
Nothing. He says nothing.
Talk to the head.
It's the worst possible response that you're at receiving, isn't it? It's the cold shoulder, the silent treatment. He ignores her. But she's not there. Isn't it? I mean, think about that. Are there not people today who feel that same way? Like, we're not there, we're invisible. Who sees us? So she comes at Jesus, the invisible one, now visible. And she cries out, unleashes her voice, fiercely protecting that which she loves. And Jesus ignores it. That hurts me to hear that. That really bothers me. Because immediately I make a connection with all the people today who are crying out to be heard, to be seen, to be welcomed, and they're ignored by the Jesus institution of the day. Not true? Is this place not a refuge? Is it not a hospital? Thank you. So back to the story. She flies at him. She unleashes her voice. Jesus ignores her. And then the seminary students around Jesus, the disciples, they know better, so they say, Jesus, there's somebody we need here. Right? We need to help. That's what they say, right?
They say, well, she's bothering us.
Right.
They're fiercely protecting Jesus.
Send her away. Yeah, she's an annoyance, isn't she? The smell of fox. It's too close, isn't it? Can't take it. Now, at that point, Jesus says something, doesn't he? It's not clear who's he talking to, but he says something. What does he say? His first response, verb.
I was the only lost sheep.
Right. Right. I'm a Jew. I'm in. And I know my mission. It's to share the love of God with the Jews. Right? Is that not what he's saying? Okay. And by implication, not for you. And he says specifically that because she hears that message loud and clear. Okay. I know my mission. I'm a good theological student. I've studied. And she, of course, gives up at that point and walks away. She can't take theological argument, can she? What does she do? She still fears, isn't she? She still fears. My mission is for Israel, not for everybody else. And she says, yeah. What? She persists. And Jesus uses a second argument, doesn't he? What does he say? I'm sorry, say again? Yeah, it is even worse. Why is it worse? Doesn't that hurt? That hurts me to hear that. And back then, of course, the word dog was used for anyone who was a Gentile, not part of the sacred Jewish community. From a Jewish point of view, from the Israeli point of view, these were the sacred ones. Everybody else were dogs. He was using the language of his day. At that point, she crumbles, doesn't she? She just dissolves in tears and runs away. She challenges him, she questions him, and again, what does she say, as a good lawyer would say?
What?
Right.
Yes,
Says,
what?
you're right, Jesus. What? That's a lovely Irish expression, but it's part of the structure of the Irish language. Da-da-da-da-da-da, what? Yeah. She pulls it back. It's like a Tai Chi move, isn't it? She takes what he's saying and throws it back. Not nastily, but intelligently, craftily. And what else does she do that helps Jesus get it? That goes beyond the rational mind?
She feels down.
She called him Lord.
She does. She does. She places her body between Jesus and where Jesus thinks he's going. Think of that. It's not just, very Catholic genuflecting on my pew here. No, she comes right to Jesus and blocks him with the most reverent gesture. Isn't that sweet? There's a kind of non-violent resistance there. A clever tactic that's been used in the 20th century in all kinds of places, like India, like Chile, where else? Right here in this country. Civil rights movement. Right. Non-violent resistance. She's resisting this guy in a non-violent way. She's communicating a message through the use of her body and words, but not just words. She's blocking his way. And then Jesus gets it. Wow. Slow day, Jesus. What does it say? Don't get me wrong. I love Jesus. I'm really but I'm beginning to see some things that are really important. Like the deep humanity of the one we call Jesus. So I want us to go into this story now with imagination, even deeper. Can we do that? I want us to go, and this is a good paradigm, I think, for all churches, to go between the lines. There's the black and white lines, but we don't live life in the black and white, do we? We live life in the gray, between the lines. That's where we live, really. That's where the fire is ignited. Here we go. Question. What is this woman? By the way, does she have a name? Take a look. This nameless person, this invisible person. What is she saying to Jesus about Jesus? Between the lines. What is she saying to Jesus about Jesus?
What did she say? What do you do anyway?
Really?
Practice what you preach.
Practice what you preach. Yeah. You're going to do this thing. Practice what you preach.
Go big or go home.
Say it again.
Go big or go home. You have to widen out.
Go big or go home. So it's a broad thing. Go big or just go home. Join the world or wow. Do it right. Broaden. Is it possible that she is saying to Jesus, Jesus, young rabbi, I'm looking at David because I see him as a young rabbi. I believe that your mission, your purpose, the mission that you claim to know, remember you say no submission, right? It's for the Jews. Your mission is broader than you realize. It's bigger, deeper, so much more expansive than you think. And I'm here to help you with that. Okay? I'm the nameless nobody who's coming to you. Whoa. I like that. I think it's there. Is it possible to? What is she saying about herself? Now it's really personal. What is she saying between the lines about herself?
I'm worthy.
Say it again.
I'm worthy.
Thank you.
But I think she's also saying, if I have to be wrong to get what I need from my child, I will. Our word is going to be.
I'm so glad. The dogs are already getting it. You may be giving it only to the people who are under mission. But the dogs, we already know. We already have tasted the promise. We already know.
We know. Right. Isn't that interesting? So she's affirming the wisdom in herself and the group that she represents. Isn't that interesting? Yeah. She is worthy and she's wise. And represents a people that are worthy and wise. The marginalized. Is it possible that Jesus learned some things along the way? Yeah, seriously. Do you remember that little story in the Gospels where Jesus is 12 years of age and he's being a bad boy? Okay. Mom and Dad are on the road. He's supposed to be with them. And Jesus says, no, I'm not going. I'm not going to tell you. I'm just going to hang out at the temple and talk to these cool guys here. And he did it for 3 days, right? He's just looking at 12 years of age. Mom and Dad are upset with him. They finally find him. And what does he say? Remember? I'm the Son of God. That's my Father's son. Well, okay. Fine. And the story concludes like this. Jesus returned home with Mom and Dad and was obedient. I love it because it implies he was disobedient before. Okay. And was obedient to Mom and Dad. But then it says these words. Check it out. He grew in wisdom and stature. He grew. When did he stop growing in wisdom? When he was 21? About 30. About on the cross. Did he stop growing then? He was still asking questions. Why? With real intensity. Why? He asked a question, like St. Francis, because he did not know. He was human. The humanity of Jesus to be savored and cherished. He was the teacher who learned along the way. And he calls us to be his son. So think of that story and hold that story over lunch. And when we come back after lunch, we'll do a little more singing, and we're going to enter into the Lament, a new lament that we just created in Colorado. And with all of this in mind, with all of it, food, less they spoke, and see you at lunch.
What is it, whether it's true or not?
Yes, it is, well, maybe I'll listen to DJ.
Might be some small.
Really? I remember that.
Yeah.
So you took it off?
Here it is.
Yes. You got it? Okay.
It is chilly in here. I put a layer on, a surprise. I'm really cold.
Yes. I was telling her to
Yeah. Sisters have the assumption